Earl Boy Begay lived in his grandma's house on the reservation, and often played and explored along the bottom of these cliffs. He liked nothing better than mysterious places. He was close enough to Klondike Road that he would occasionally hear a ranch truck or school bus, but far enough from it to be free of the choking dust. Sometimes Boy would find bird nests, small animal dens, or interesting insects in them. Sometimes only rocks and dust. Today, after using the steps provided by lower holes and protruding rocks, 8 feet up in one of the larger holes, he found a cloth bag. As he pulled on the old canvas, it tore and a few silver and gold coins fell out, one falling to the sand below him. Boy pushed away from the wall, landing on his feet, and scooped up a silver dollar, looking in amazement at what he had found, comprehending only that it was something unusual. He smelled a horse a moment before his world went black, and he crumpled to the ground with the force of a large rock smashing the top of his skull. The horseman had thrown the rock at point-blank range into the young Apache's head. It was an improvisation, a crime of convenience. The rock was there, and should knock the Indian out and look like an accidental rock fall. Among his other limitations, the young Apache had poor hearing, so he never heard any sound as the horse drew close, the sand muffling the hooves, and the angle of the sun kept the area near the cliff in shadow, so there was no change in light as Boy was approached. The horseman didn't know how unnecessary the attack was. His assault on the teenager was a reaction to seeing the gold and silver coins spill from the bag. Standing in the stirrups and using his jacket to contain the coins and scraps of canvas, he carefully removed every coin, the remnants of the bag, and every loose thread. He brushed away any sign that anything had been in the hole, and wiped some of the rocks and gravel from the top of the hole, letting them fall to the bottom, giving it a more natural look. He then turned his horse tightly back in the way he had come, and tied him to a Palo Verde 100 yards away. The money was much heavier than he had expected, and he worried that it might tear through his jacket. He set the bundle on the bank and tied it with a dolly he had on his saddle. It was going to be hard to carry this, but he wasn't about to leave it. He pulled off his boots and carefully went back to where the boy lay. He never touched him, but filled in the hoof prints and those of his stocking feet with sand. He was careful but fast, for fear the victim would regain consciousness before he could get away from the scene. Surveying his work, he was pleased that he was leaving what could only be taken as an accident scene.